What's up, NIO family? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. I just wanted to wish all the mothers out there a very happy Mother's Day. Now, I want to talk about some very, very big news that just came out involving President Trump and China, which could affect many tickers out there. Just remember that I am not a financial planner. Anyways, as far as NIO is going, we have a very, very nice structure right here. If we break this 4.03 area, this could be looking for a bounce now because we do have some big news that's about to be coming out. Well, over the weekend, the US has been negotiating with China as we had Besant, our Treasury Secretary, and more representatives coming out. And the big news that came out is that there might be a deal coming with China very, very soon. We have many US officials saying that there is a deal that's coming. Besant, the Treasury Secretary, and Greer, they basically came out and said that there's going to be a very, very big deal coming. They mentioned there's a lot of progress that was made, and Greer said that we could be looking for a deal that's going to basically limit our overall trade deficit. So that's some big news that's come out. They mentioned there's going to be more details coming tomorrow. So the details come out tomorrow on Monday. So this could cause a lot of volatility for the markets. This is them right over here as they were talking about the trade agreements, how lots of progress has been made. President Trump also said we had a very good meeting with China in Switzerland. Many things were discussed. He said that a total reset has been negotiated in a very friendly but constructive manner. And we want to see, for the good of both China and the US, an opening of China to American business. Great progress has been made. This is making lots of headlines right now. Keep in mind, tomorrow we just have Kugler giving a speech. We also have very, very minor data coming out for earnings, and we also have the fear and greed index at greed right now. So I'm not seeing much for NIO's data right now. They're just talking about the EC6. And then on top of this, I want to mention that there was news about how China had reduced their rates. But for the time being, this deal with China could cause a lot of volatility, even for Chinese tickers, because it does affect trade between the countries. If we see a lot of Chinese tickers bounce with this, this could help NIO once we get the announcements. So we'll see if we could break 4.03. If this breaks, we could be looking for an attempt to fill this gap back up to 4.2. Now, if we fail and lose 3.94, we're looking for a dip back down, but I'm hoping we get some kind of bounce, at least for now. On SPY, we're looking like we are going to consolidate a bit, but if we get some kind of Chinese deal, that could be another bullish catalyst. If we lose 555, we're going to be more bearish. If we break 570, we're looking for instance for 575 to 580. I think we might consolidate, but if we get some good news about the Chinese deal, if something comes out, it's possible we try to go for 575. If we get a pump, we could be looking for another push higher. On the QQQ, it was looking kind of dippy, but I just want to say there might be one more pump move before we try to push for 494 to 500. We could be looking for a retest of the highs if we get some big news involving China and a deal. Same thing with the Russell, may consolidate, and we're going to be looking for a attempt for 205. ES may, if we end up losing 56.30, we could be tipping more. As long as we hold this, we could be looking for an attempt for 57.50 or above. There's going to be some upside potential, at least nonetheless. For NQ, if we lose 19,800, we're looking for a dip. As long as we're above that, we're actually favoring a push towards 20,500. As far as Tesla goes, we're looking kind of good right now. If we could hold above 300, I do have a target of about 320. If we get a Chinese deal, that could be very, very big because it's going to be affecting the tariffs, then the trade between the US and China. That could help the share price. If we break 300, we're looking for 320. On Nvda, as long as we hold this trend line, we're looking for attempt for basically 120 if we get a China deal. Apple could also try to bounce off this, looking for an attempt for 201 plus. May consolidate before it tries to push a little higher. There is potential now if we get that deal tomorrow. For Coinbase, we're trading sideways. We'll see if we could bounce off 198 to push for 205. On Amazon, we're looking a bit more bullish. We might consolidate a bit more. Could this be a flag for me? I did see people point that out. It's always a possibility, but we'll see if the China deal launches this up towards 200. There is potential. Microsoft and Meta looks like it might dip a little bit towards like 580, but we'll see if we bounce off the China news. It does still look kind of weak, and it does favor the 580s. Microsoft may retest 433 for a small dip, and we'll see if we get a bounce. And then for Google, it's the same thing. It might be dipping towards like 152 to 115. We'll see if we bounce off that or not. The VIX may see a little bit of a pop before it dips lower, so overall the market has upside potential. It all depends on this news involving China, as we could be looking for a break. With that being said, guys, I want to thank you all so much for listening. Please have a very happy Mother's Day. I'll be back with another updates tomorrow. Until then, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day and get ready for the market to potentially dip a tiny bit before it starts to bounce again. Because if we get some very, very good details from the whole trade negotiations between the US and China, this could be very, very positive for lots of Chinese tickers, and this could cause some upside. Thank you for listening, guys. Have a good one, and peace out.